Good morning, everyone. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings. I'm in Apple Valley.
Yep. And I'm still in Utah, and we're still talking science and technology.
Avocado remains from El Gigante, not to be confused with the TV show Sábado Gigante, illustrate how ancient farmers domesticated crops to adapt to changing environments. The global avocado industry, now worth billions of dollars, is heavily dependent on a single variety, the Hass avocado. This reliance on a monoculture system introduces major vulnerabilities as genetically uniform crops are less resistant to diseases and shifting environmental conditions. The findings were recently detailed in a paper published on March 3rd, 2025 in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Would you like to know more?
Dr. Heather B. Thacker, Thakar, an assistant professor in the Department of Anthropology at Texas A&M University, is conducting pioneering research at El Gigante rock shelter in Honduras to explore the long-term history of avocado domestication. Okay. Her findings offer important evidence of how human practices have influenced the development of one of the world's most valuable agricultural products. We grow a lot of avocados in Southern California.
Yeah, so the Hass avocado, that's the big one with the big pit. So
Yeah.
what about these little avocados with little pits? I mean, that's a different species, right?
I don't know. But have you ever had multiple different kinds of avocados? They don't taste
Yeah.
like they don't
Yeah,
taste
I
like
mean, the taste is a little bit different, I think. But like I explained, the big Hass ones, they're huge. And then there's little ones with little pits.
yeah, and they
Okay,
don't taste
quote,
the same.
quote, our work with El Gigante's avocado remains offers valuable information about resilience and adaptation in the face of climate change, Thacker said. Continuing with the quote, much of the genetic diversity of ancient avocados still exists in wild populations in Mexico and Central America. Okay, that makes sense. By developing new avocado varieties through seed selection from both modern domesticated plants and wild populations, we may have a better chance of adapting to these changing conditions than relying on cloning alone.
El Gigante rock shelter, situated in the mountainous region of western Honduras, has produced exceptionally well preserved plant remains, an uncommon find in tropical environments where organic material usually deteriorates quickly. Probably because of what?
Yeah,
Probably because of the
yeah,
moisture, right? Yeah.
yeah. Quote, it's a truly incredible preservation of plant fossils and abundance of avocado remains in a tropical region where plants generally do not preserve well, Thacker said. Preserved avocado remains at the site span more than 11,000 years, offering researchers a rare opportunity to study how human activity shaped the fruit's elevation over thousands of years. Now, is this a fruit or a vegetable? It's like the tomato.
Yeah, I think an avocado is a vegetable.
Was
I
it the
think.
pit first or the avocado first?
I don't know. I guess we could probably Google it right now and look, but
That blows my mind.
I think it's a vegetable. Although it grows on a tree, so maybe not. But yet a tomato is a fruit and it grows on a vine.
And it grows on a vine like
So
grapes. Yeah.
yeah,
And yes, you as you remember yesterday, or yeah, yesterday, previous segment this morning, Cameron was throwing tomatoes over the fence.
that's right. And those were definitely fruit because he was trying to feed those dogs.
The dogs.
Quote. Avocados are an amazing food source for humans, rich in healthy fats and nutrients that are essential to us, Thacker said. But they originally evolved as a food source for ancient megafauna like giant sloths and mammoths that lived in the Americas during the Ice Age. So
Yeah.
I don't get that because I didn't think avocados could grow in a cold area. They had to be grown in a mild, subwarm, kind of a
Well,
warm climate.
well, it said the ice age. That doesn't mean that it's freezing. So if these guys, mammoths and sloths, were plentiful, maybe it was still warm.
Oh,
Who
okay.
knows?
Yeah, because we're in an ice age, right?
Because
Aren't we
it
coming
didn't
out of an
say
ice
woolly
age?
mammoths. It said mammoths.
Oh, okay.
All right, after these large animals went extinct, humans began to take over their role in the avocado's life cycle, managing and selectively cultivating the trees to improve their usefulness as a nutritional resource.
Quote, through traditional forest management practices, people were selecting bigger and thicker skinned avocados, Thacker said. Go on with the quote, and by 7,500 years ago, indigenous farmers, commonly known as, that's right,
Adam
were
and
able,
Eve.
I don't know, that long ago? I don't know. Farmers were able to produce nutritious fruits that were more productive and easier to transport. So, are they telling us it's a fruit?
That's what they're calling it, a fruit.
I
Yeah.
guess so. Okay.
To build a detailed chronology of human activity in avocado cultivation, El Gigante, the research team, used hundreds of radiocarbon dates, many obtained directly from avocado pits and rinds. Analysis of these remains showed that ancient Hondurans gradually selected for avocados with larger seeds and thicker rinds, a process that led to fully domesticated varieties by approximately 2,000 years ago. This discovery is especially noteworthy because it indicates that avocados are being cultivated in Honduras before staple crops like maize, beans, or squash became common in the region.
All right, I'm looking at it right now. Avocado, alligator pear, or avocado pear is an evergreen tree in the laurel family, and it is considered an oily fruit.
Oh, there
So
you
there you
go.
have it.
You
There you
heard it
have it.
first on Backyard Musings.
Yep, that's according to Wikipedia, if you believe them. So, in addition to avocados, El Gigante's exceptionally preserved plant remains have offered valuable information about the early domestication of other important crops, including squash and what is that, maize? Corn,
Maize.
right?
Corn.
Maize, yeah.
Yeah.
Quote, I am actively working on a publication that details the arrival of maize and the 4,500 years of diversification and improvement of this globally important crop, Thacker said. Okay.
Ooh, stay tuned for that publication.
Yeah.
Recognized as one of the most important archaeological sites discovered in Central America in the last 40 years, El Gigante is on the tentative list for UNESCO World Heritage status. Thacker and her team are collaborating with the Honduran government to document and protect this unique site.
Quote again, all of the research that we have undertaken is used in support of El Gigante's recent nomination as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We continue to provide research support, documentation, and expert commentary throughout this process, she said. I'm going to say that's Thacker probably.
Although
right?
El Gigante has been spared from looting due to its difficult to access entrance requiring a 3 to 4 meter climb, that's what, 21 to 28 feet. There have been modern disturbances, including occasional overnight stays by hunters and adventurous visitors. Nevertheless, archaeologists have been able to preserve its deepest stratigraphic layers, ensuring that invaluable historical evidence remains intact.
For Thacker, the thrill of discovery is what drives her work. Quote, we have the opportunity to learn so much about the many ways that humans have dealt with change in the past, she said. When there are no written records, archaeology steps in, contributing to the cumulative knowledge about the past that can be deployed to inform modern crises. Okay.
Like, it would be a crisis without avocados, right? I mean,
Oh,
we got to have avocados.
I don't eat avocados, but I eat guacamole, which is a product of avocado. Yeah. Yep.
And ice cold milk too.
Yeah, exactly. Not at the same time though.
Not at the same time. And anthropological archaeologist Thacker's research bridges the humanities and scientists, integrating. Oh, this sounds like propaganda. Integrating innovative methodologies such as radiocarbon dating, stable isotope analysis, and morphometrics to analyze ancient plant remains. Her work is not limited to Honduras. She is also a principal investigator on projects exploring plant domestication and cultural knowledge transmission in southern Mexico, Belize, and Nicaragua.
Thacker hopes that her research will help people appreciate the complex process of plant domestication. Quote, the vast majority of food consumed today is a product of domestication, she said, but domestication was not an event. It was a lengthy process that produced an incredible diversity of plants that are extraordinarily adapted to local environments. But by studying domestication, we can recover ancient varieties and cultural knowledge that has helped humans become the incredibly successful species that we are. Well, that depends on who you talk to. Information that can be used to improve our crops today and ensure our continued survival into the future.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Avocados and potatoes. That's what we need. And maybe corn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they mentioned it. Avocado is really, it's actually a pretty healthy fruit.
Yeah.
Got a lot of good oils in it, like they said earlier. Essential oils that we need. So I would hate to see that go away. The only thing that I don't like about it right now is that the price.
Don't jinx it, man.
Hey, how did I go sideways?
I don't know. I've been looking at that. I was like, what? Weird. What happened to Scott?
Oh, well, that's kind of how my day's gone anyway. So, yeah, we don't want the avocado to go away, but we would like to maybe be a little bit less expensive at the grocery store. But that's okay.
Okay, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Take care, everyone. Thanks. See ya.